stop scrolling. You need to watch this if you have finished Fearless. If you haven't finished Fearless, save this video and come back because you will want to hear all the tea. Fearless was the perfect end to the Powerless trilogy. Absolutely beautifully written, well done. I loved it. I think Lauren Roberts killed it. The story was amazing. But here are my feelings and here are my thoughts. First off, it was pretty obvious from the beginning that there had to be something about Paedon that bothered the king and that he had something against her. And I totally saw it coming that she was a royal. Like, I totally saw that coming. I did not see it coming that she had a different father, but it does make sense that her and Kit share a mom, that I really did think that they were full siblings. And so when you find out that she's not, it was kind of crazy. I was like, wait, what? But it also made sense in some ways that Kai is not Edric's child at all, and that Edric was mean to him because he wasn't his kid. And that really opens up Kai's character and helps you understand like why Edric treated Kai the way that he did. And that just is a huge, huge, like, duh, of course. Like, and why would he want to? Like, Kai is way more powerful. And so it probably just like ticked him off because here he had this daughter who couldn't do anything, who was powerless. But then this kid shows up. They tell him to marry this woman, and Kai is way more powerful. So, of course, like, that would be a hard thing. Throughout the story of Fearless, I felt most for Kit. Kit was who I felt bad for. I hated watching his deterioration. I hated watching him become who he ended up being. And I will say this because Kit was one of my favorite characters. He was absolutely amazing. I loved how he was written in Powerless. He was a character that I absolutely loved. And so it was really hard to watch that and to see him deteriorate because he took the plague. And I realized that he was manipulated, and we kind of learned that he was manipulated into it. But it still is really hard to read because I just loved him so much, and he's such a good character. I love that Paedon and Kai were able to honor the boy that they loved or knew in their daughter, and I loved that they did end up getting to be together, even though Paedon was the royal and not Kai, but that they were still able to be together in the end. But there were so many moments where I was crying. I cried for Paedon. I cried for Kai. I cried for Kit. I will say that the best thing that Lauren Roberts did was put in Edric's point of view. And to have all those Edric chapters, they were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This book is a 5 out of 5. 5 stars all the way around. It is absolutely the perfect ending to the Powerless trilogy, and I can't wait to see what she comes up with next.